Hello, welcome to lesson number 7 in the unit on the Srivijaya kingdom. In this lesson we're going to be learning about the social hierarchy of Srivijaya. So just as a reminder of the meaning of social hierarchy refers to the way that people are ranked in society. So the most powerful people in society would have been at the top of the social hierarchy. And of course, there were less powerful people than there were not so powerful people, essentially. So you can think of the social hierarchy as a pyramid, with the most powerful people being at the top. Of course, the top of a pyramid is much smaller than the base, which is the bottom. And so the base was the base of a pyramid is quite large, quite wide. So people at the bottom of the social hierarchy or social pyramid, there would have been a lot of them, right? So again, at the top of the social hierarchy, just as in any of these kingdoms, the king of Srivijaya would have been at the top. There was only one king. He was the most powerful person in the entire kingdom. And you should keep in mind that there were other kings which existed throughout this kingdom. Of course, you would have had a king probably in Tamberling, in Lankasuka, and maybe some other small city-states which may have been a part of the Srivijaya kingdom. And those kings would have been at the top of the social hierarchy in their own kingdoms. All right, but they would have still been subservient to, or they would have been lower than the king of Srivijaya, who lived in Palembang, most likely. All right. And then under the king, you would have had clerks and scribes and tax collectors which worked directly for the king. They could be thought of as people that worked for the government. These were people who kept records, and they were likely in control of the trade that was coming and going through the entrepot cities. Okay, so you can think of them as government officials. Holy men, of course, were very well respected, so they would have been quite high on the social hierarchy. Monks and holy men, religious scholars. And under them, you probably would have had merchants, okay, maybe about here in the center. Because trade was so important, of course, in the Srivijaya kingdom, merchants were quite important in society. And of course, we know that the navy was also quite important for the king to keep the smaller kingdoms and city-states under his control. Excuse me. Then towards the bottom, you would have had, of course, laborers, people who did labor work, dug canals and things like that. And then at the very bottom, you would have had the slaves, of course. They would have made up the bottom or the base of the social hierarchy or the pyramid right here. Okay. So that's it for this lesson. Thank you for listening.